In this video, we're going to touch base on the calendar widget, how to create a calendar widget, and what it looks like after you have created it. So first we're going to click calendar widget from there, create new calendar widget, and this is going to be a feature that's actually going to be phased out very soon, but in its current form, let's go ahead and use this. Basically, this was initially created and upkept to be able to allow for event calendars. So calendars that are only going to be active for a certain amount of time. But again, this is going to be phased out, that first little window that appeared, so it may not be relevant in a few months from now, but right now it is still a feature. So once you get into this menu where you can start customizing this event or this calendar widget, the first thing you're going to do is choose a title. You can connect any lead flows you have created. If you have created any lead flows, you would choose the location, fill in the description here. All of this information, the title, location, and description, is going to be viewable by your prospect, by the person who is booking the appointment through your calendar widget. And then you can choose to display the location or not display the location during booking. From there, you can customize the event link right here by filling in this information. And then the color, how it's going to appear on your calendar. So you can color code and therefore see very quickly all the different types of tasks that are going to be occurring within your company for the day simply by looking at your click calendar. So after you choose the event color, you always, whenever you exit from one of these pages, always click Save and Set Booking Time. For example, click Save whenever you change anything. The next thing up is going to be when people can actually book the event. So after you've gone through and decided what days and at what times you want to allow people to book with you, you'll go in and choose what is that duration of the event. How long do we want this event to last? Do we want it to last an hour? Do we want it to last a custom amount of time? So maybe 120 minutes, 2 hours. Do we want this to be infinite? Do we want to add, 900 minutes? It's entirely up to you. And when, over a period of rolling days, a date range, or indefinitely into the future, can they book that appointment? Now the availability increments, this is going to be in between each appointment when people can book. So you'll want to at least be at the minimum of the duration, obviously, but anything over and above that will be blank space for you to take a breather, for you to collect yourself, and get back on base before you move to the next meeting. So if you have 2-hour events and you want half an hour in between each one of those events, make sure this is, for example, 150 minutes. From there, after you have saved the booking time, you'll be at the reminders, the notifications and cancellation policy page. So this is going to be what your prospect receives when they very first book an appointment with you, using these personalized fields, what that prospect receives if you were to cancel it, and then what that prospect receives through text or through email leading up to the appointment. Now you can fully customize all of this. It's entirely up to you. If you are doing a Zoom link, the text message is limited, so you can only have so many characters in the text message reminder. So I will typically say Zoom link in the email, and I will do 24 hours before, maybe 1 hour before, and then maybe 30 minutes before that appointment time. And then I will copy and paste my Zoom link at the end of this body, of this email for the reminders, so that they're getting the text messages, getting the emails, all leading up to the appointment. There's very little room for excuses for missing that appointment. And then you can choose to enroll them in a campaign after being marked as complete. So like we saw before, there is a list view and there is a regular view for the calendar. Anytime you mark that appointment that someone booked with you through your calendar widget as complete, it's going to enroll them in a campaign. If you so choose. If you have an active campaign in your system, you choose that through this drop-down and it will enroll them in it. But after you've decided what is sent to them leading up to the appointment, right after they book, and if you cancel, you'll arrive at the confirmation page settings. You'll go through and either display a thank you page or redirect to a URL. If you choose to redirect to a URL, you'll simply put it in here. And if you display a thank you page and you want to have them instantaneously capable of scheduling another event, you'll toggle this as on and then put that button text right here. From there, after you have saved those settings, you'll scroll back up and you will toggle this event type as on. And this is how it looks. So everything that we put in there, obviously you want to be a bit more eloquent in what you put in as the title, the location, and the description. But it's going to display your logo that you've uploaded into the system. It's going to display your favicon on the actual tab, fully branding you. There is no powered by click. There is nothing that indicates that this calendar was not created by you. So from there, they're able to book on a day at a certain time. They will include their phone number and email, first and last name. They absolutely have to in order to reserve a slot. And then they will instantly get that confirmation email. They will instantly be enrolled in your text and email reminders. And then again, if you mark them as complete on your task list, on your calendar, in the inbox, on the contact page for that contact specifically, it is going to enroll them in an active campaign that you choose from this drop-down. So that is just about it for creating a calendar widget.